everyone, today I'm sharing my experience of purchasing this Castlery L-shaped sofa from its website. This model is Eden, as well as my experience using it for a month. So to start off, I bought it at a price of 1,529 Sing dollars. This is about after applying 10% discount. So one tip is, if you are interested in any furniture from Castlery Singapore, you may want to take note that it actually doesn't often have promotions. So if it does, and if the promotions exceed 10%, based on my regular checks of the website before purchasing this furniture, I think it's a pretty good deal. So that's for consideration. So for this, I think in terms of the design, the quality, as well as the experience I had shopping with Castlery Singapore, I would say that the price is pretty decent. In fact, I have a friend who also has a L-shaped sofa, and it's actually longer than these from Castlery, right? She paid about 1,000 Sing dollars for it to be shipped from Taobao, and she had to pay quite hefty shipping fees in addition to the price of the sofa. So I think in comparison, I definitely find this sofa to be quite value for money. So in terms of delivery, I was able to select a day and the time slot that I was available for Castlery to deliver the sofa. Castlery or its subcontractors was pretty professional. They were able to arrive on time, and they assembled the sofa pretty quickly. There is a need for assembly because the sofa can actually be detached, so this side can be totally separated from the longer side. So one thing to share is that we decided to choose the longer side to be against the window because based on my friend's advice, this is better because if the longer side is here, right, it will actually cut off the space and visually the house will look smaller. So that's something to consider. I'm not sure if it's very obvious, but I didn't think about it until my friend shared with me. So in terms of how the quality of the sofa is, I think I will show you up close. So this is the fabric. It's pretty rough. So if you have been using a leather sofa like I used to, you'll find quite a bit of difference. So I definitely recommend trying it out for yourself before you purchased it. For me, I tried this sofa at my relative's house, but after 1 month of usage, I realized that the fabric is rougher than I remember it to be. So there is a bit of difference, but that's fine. And it's probably because I wasn't observant enough when I tried the sofa at my relative's house. So the fabric is contrasted against the wood here, which I think is quite a nice feature. And the feet are pretty thin, made of steel, but it appears to be quite strong because so far it has been able to withstand the weight of my husband and I. And just to clarify, this is actually the cloth, it's not the wood coming off at the bottom. So taking you up close, everything is detachable other than the sections of the sofa. All these are detachable, so that makes this quite a flexible sofa, I suppose. But I still use two other cushions on top of what you see here. So one tip that I would like to share is when you purchase a sofa, if you don't already know, you can either, like in this case, get Castlery Singapore to remove your old sofa at a fee. I think it's $50 for HDB flats, or you can also apply for your town council to remove your sofa for you. So Just to share my personal experience, my town council was able to respond within one working day after I filled up a pretty straightforward form online. So that was quite a surprise for me, and um, town council is able to remove up to 3 items per month for free, so long as the furniture can fit into the lift, if I'm not wrong. So I think I find that town council service is really good, and in this sense managed to save a bit um, in terms of removing the sofa. So for me, I think I just want to share the reviews that my friends and family have shared after they have seen our new sofa. So our previous sofa was a two-seater leather sofa. So that was, I think, probably the size of these and not really sufficient. But after using these, placing these in our house, I think we received the feedback that it somehow makes our house look a bit bigger, which I agree. And I think in terms of the quality, although it looks a bit not so nice here, but I think um, it can be easily flattened. But yeah, my husband and I definitely don't regret this purchase after using it for a month, and um, we have spent so much more time at the living room after switching to this sofa. So yeah, my experience has been very pleasant, and I hope this review is helpful.